Hi, Aquarius. Welcome to your February 2022 love reading. It's Raina here. Um, just, doing this for fun, Valentine's Day, uh, which is during the sign of Aquarius, by the way. And this is for people who are single as well as those who are in relationships that are going south. And um, I've decided to do a close-up type of a thing, so I know you don't care about my issues with my tripod and all that, but that's why it's going to be kind of tight squeeze here, I think. So what else is new? Okay. Okay, pretty good. Not, at least you can see them pretty well. Okay. So the status of your love life right now. The Two of Wands, it's like at a crossroads. So the first thing that came into my mind, if you are single, is what immediately came into my mind is age 30. I'm thinking of somebody who is, kind of leaving their 20s. Maybe they're seeing their friends getting married, and they are absorbed in their career or something along those lines. The wands can relate to career matters and maybe even thinking about relocating and still looking for that perfect partner. Or maybe you have been dating a couple of people and you cannot choose between them. In terms of a person who is coupled, you may definitely be wondering if you should stay in this situation or go. And because wands are the, I was going to say the element because I was thinking of fire, but what is it called? Suits? That is involved here. The fire element. This is the element of passion. And Aquarius, you're cool as a cucumber because you're air sign. So maybe you sometimes don't think too much about passion. You're more, you're more analytical and abstract in your thinking. And yet, it can still come up in relationships if you're like not that enthused with spending time with a partner. It might not be that you're having like terrible fights and you just can't see things the same way ever or anything like that, but you might have this feeling that there's not that sense of stimulation, that you don't have a sense of always being excited by that person's presence. I'm not talking about sexual passion, by the way, although that could, certainly figure into it. I'm talking more general, like just not feeling like you have fun with that person, that you enjoy their company, that level that is going on. So you might be at a crossroads, and a past influence that is affecting this is the Nine of Cups. This is a card of wish fulfillment. Sometimes this can be too much of a good thing. Now, with single people, this might be your career just going gangbusters, and now you have the freedom to, perhaps go someplace else, and you're wondering, maybe if I do travel, maybe that's where I will meet that special someone. I was just doing a reading on this series and saying the same thing, that sometimes people meet their significant other abroad in a different state, province, or country, or city. And with the Nine of Cups, it's like, it's funny, in Buddhism, they say that there are four causes of suffering, and one of them is getting what you want. Just like one of them is not getting what you want, one of them is getting what you want. Because the Nine of Cups is is a card of abundance. It's actually, I think it might be connected to Jupiter and Pisces, which we are in right now. And the point being that sense of, having your cake and eating it too, and things like that. The only problem is that when you get what you want, it can feel like it's almost like not having those limitations makes things more uncomfortable in a way, because at least you have the excuse when you have limitations of, oh, well, I can't do this because so on and so forth. And really now it's like you have all these options, kind of like the Seven of Cups in a way, where there's like so many choices, but you don't know what to make. And like if you're somebody, even if you're somebody who is married, if you have a job, if your career is going well, and you have the option to relocate, you may, or and that could even involve travel. Maybe it's not something permanent, and you would not have your spouse move with you, and you would just be gone for a while. That in itself can lead to temptation, especially if you are unhappy in that relationship. And that's what these readings are really designed for, people who are coupled that are possibly, unhappy and thinking of leaving. What to do to, gain clarity about what action to take. The Four of Swords, what a great card, because this is a card of rest, rejuvenation, and contemplation. And you can kind of see with that person that they're doing it, and they have the stained glass window. And it's funny because I never really think of this card as a religious card necessarily, but more like, getting body, mind, and soul kind of aligned, and the person having that sense of being able to make a decision from a relaxed point of view, not from a feeling of burnout. So the number 4 is connected to Saturn, and it's connected to order, discipline. And with swords, just like Aquarius, you're one of the swords. It's connected to the air signs and to thought, communication. And so it's getting your thoughts in order, as far as I'm concerned. And that can, come in different ways. You can use a journal. You can kind of like figure out how you want to proceed with things. And this, to me, feels like it's bigger than a relationship issue, that it really has to do with your life as a whole. And especially if you're thinking of leaving a relationship, having that time to really contemplate what this relationship has been about can be important, because sometimes people make decisions based on emotions, and they're not even tracing their emotions to the core. They're just doing things on the surface, and that's not good, because we have certain triggers that are like, it's like almost automatic. It's not even, we're not even putting any conscious thought into it. And it's like being a robot or something. So the more that you can be intentional about what you're doing, the better decision you will make. And that will lead to the best possible outcome. Speaking of outcomes, the outcome is the Three of Cups. This is a card of celebration. I think that this can also be, in terms of where you meet someone, can be through friends. And also, in terms of the vibe itself, when you're in that happy place emotionally, where you are having fun with the people that you care about, you're going to naturally give off the vibe of somebody who is in a good place. Similar to the Nine of Cups. I mean, it's that same thing of you're putting yourself in that vibration, and then it emanates from you, and people like what they feel coming from you. Just, we all know when we've been around somebody that, is kind of in a negative place, that we don't feel compelled to be around them. We kind of are repelled by that kind of person. So the opposite can happen as well. So if you are in a committed partnership and not sure what to do, you may seek your friends. And in some cases, you may have been kind of avoiding your friends, or if you are with somebody who's very controlling, that person may have discouraged you from being around your friends. And this is your way of kind of becoming more independent by not listening to that other person and doing your own thing. So that can be the first step if you've been kind of isolating yourself, because you may have some other very important things that you're thinking about doing in life that Aquarius, that extend to, also to your relationship arena. So in any case, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care.